I didn't realize I wanted to live until I almost died. This is a very crucial moment that changed how I saw life. I'm sure we've all been in situations where we have this feeling where we no longer have that will to live. Maybe you're going through a lot and you feel like at some point, I'm sure you've even thought of committing suicide or something of sort. Now, this has been the case for me. There's always been a point in my life where I genuinely didn't care whether I woke up the next morning and then something happened that completely changed the way I looked at being alive. Now, I'll go straight right into it. Sometime around last year, everything was going pretty well. I was extremely happy, and this is actually something you could learn from here. Now I'm a religious person. I'm someone that always I pray. My mom is very religious, so we pray. At some point last year, everything was going very well. I was making I was making some money, and I thought to myself, what could ever go wrong? I stopped praying the way I used to. I had contracts signed with some projects and everything, so everything was going well. Fast forward to this year. Now, my my mom is actually a single mom, and she's been the one supporting every single thing I've been doing. And I made some money last year. I was able to pay off some of her debts. It was just so beautiful. It felt so good. Now, this year, if you're familiar with Web3 space or crypto space, you know how things have been. And I had this, I put all my hope into one particular project. I was like, this project is going to change my life. A lot happened this year, and one of the most critical things that happened this year was the project I was working with ran out of funds. And mind you, this is a contract based work, so I haven't been paid yet. I was supposed to be paid at the time of TGE. Not really going to go into that right now, but the payment system works in a certain way, and I was supposed to be paid by then. So now the project went on hold, and I can remember how I felt. This happened around March or so. I remember because I was with my little sister. Yeah, so I was with my little sister, and I remember crying all through that night. I thought to myself at that moment, was there anything to actually live for? Is there anything, what is it? Is it worth living? Is life worth living? Because all my life I've been trying to make something. I've been trying to build something. Yeah, because my mom is a single mom, and I have two younger siblings I want to take care of. Now, I also recently got into a relationship, and I love my partner so much. I had this bad mindset where I believed without money you're not supposed to fall in love, and whatever social media has been preaching to us all this while. So now when this thing happened, I remember how I felt. I felt so down, I felt so exhausted. I couldn't stop crying that particular night when I got the news. My sister was there consoling me all through, and I just kept talking about how I really wanted to just end everything. I kept playing different scenarios of, okay, now what if my partner leaves me? Because we had so much plans. We were planning to move in together and this and that. What if she leaves me? What if this? How do I pay my mom's debt? How do I continue living? It was just a lot. It's something I wouldn't wish on even my worst enemy. Not that I have any. So now this happened, and a day passed, 2 days passed. I started getting used to the news here. From time to time, I sit down and I think about it again, and I just start bawling out. I start crying again. My sister and my mom kept encouraging me, including my partner. Now, this is something I want to talk about. You see, we are so used to what people say on the internet. You hear things like love doesn't exist. But I want to let you guys know that whatever you're doing, I want you to stay away from the internet. And the internet is a very toxic place to be. Stay away from the internet when it has to do with relationship advice and whatnot. I'm just going to brief this up. So all my life I've been trying to make something. Yeah, I believe I'm the one responsible of taking care of my family. I have dreams of my own, and I've been struggling. I've been trying to get all these things done for years now. Now, when this happened, because I believed this would be like the gateway to other opportunities for me, because when I finally acquire a certain amount of money, I can then use it to venture into other things, and yeah, from there my life was set up. Now, one of the core mistakes I made was deviating from God, because I'm a very prayerful person, though I don't go to church that often, but I'm very prayerful. And then I started deviating for God, and I had this thing telling me at the back of my mind that I'm actually deviating. I'm actually going back from what I used to do. My faith is actually dwindling. But then, when those thoughts come, I keep saying to myself, well, I can always bounce back. Yeah, I can always come back to God. There's nothing that can actually go wrong. I have the contract signed. Even my mom called at certain points and was like, I should keep putting this particular thing in prayer. But then I tell her, no. She doesn't understand how it works. I have this contract signed already. There's nothing that can happen. But well, life has other plans for you. So all these things, coupled with everything we've been through, which I'm not going to go into in this video, it just hit me once, and yeah, I felt completely suicidal. In fact, I didn't want to do anything anymore. I gave up completely. Now let's fast forward to the recent times. I've been able to get back on my feet emotionally. Yeah, my partner is still with me. I have two loving siblings and a mom that cares about me so much. So I've been fighting. I've been optimistic about that particular project. I believe things will still go well and they'll make a comeback. Yeah, I've been reaching out to other projects and stuff like that. Now, this feeling you call depression, it's something that I'll call it a spirit. Yeah, it's something that comes and tries to destroy you. Now, if you've ever felt, if you're someone that have ever gone through a lot and you have that spirit of depression, and this is specifically for you, I want you to know that there is nothing. You create your own happiness. Make sure you surround yourself with people that actually want to push you forward, people that believe in you. And when you're depressed, or when you feel like you're depressed, the best thing to do is to run to God and stay away from social media. You see, when you might be going through certain things that make you feel certain ways, and you hop on social media for relief. Yeah, you think you can watch maybe videos and it helps you not to feel lonely or whatever reason. But the crazy thing about it is you can hop on social media and then you see things that triggers that depression even more. Let's assume you are depressed because you don't have money, or you're depressed because of your relationship or whatever. I don't know whatever reason. You can hop on social media and the first thing you see is videos of partners cheating on their partner. I don't know, you get what I'm trying to say. Or you can even hop on social media and see people younger than you living the life you want to live. I don't know, but in my own case, all those things all just made it worse for me. Yeah, it kept triggering those lingering feelings inside me, making me always feel down. Something happened recently, and you see, when this thing happened, it changed my view. I'm someone that has allergies. I react to certain things. I react to dust. My mom says it's being asthmatic, but for some reason I don't want to say it that way. I don't want to pronounce it. So I this certain night I just finished up with whatever I was doing and I went to I was watching animes and I started feeling this creeping tightness in my chest. I was like, what's going on? And my it was getting hard for me to breathe, but I didn't think much about it. I just sat up and tried regulating my breath. Now this it kept getting harder and harder and harder to breathe, and this happened in the middle of the night. This happened in the middle of the night, so it was extremely scary. So it kept getting harder and harder for me to breathe, and at some point I had to keep my phone down and get up, try gasping for air even more. Now it got to a point where I saw my life flashing through my eyes for the first time in my life, in my entire life. I've had experiences here that felt like, can I survive this? But this one was totally different. For the first time I saw my life flashing through my eyes and I was extremely scared. I can't actually die. I can't die right now. I had to get up, pick up my phone again, crawl my way through out of my room and went to my neighbor's room. So I knocked on the guy's door and I was trying to mutter the words. I told him to call my mom because my mom was the only person that came to my mind at that moment. So I told him to call my mom, and then he was confused. It was like, what's actually going on? Because you would see it in my eye got bloodshot red, and I was gasping for air. I kept gasping for air. So he took my phone. He called my mom. My mom eventually picked up. Thank God she wasn't deep asleep, so she picked up. And then where she stays is not that far from where I stay currently. And then she picked up and she was trying to know what's up. I could not speak, I could not talk, so he told her what's going on, and she was, moms. So she was like, she was in panic, and she was like, she would come that night. So I was still trying to, and it kept getting worse because now I'm not just feeling tightness in my chest, but everywhere it's getting blurry. I can't. It's like I'm fading away from this reality. And then now this is the crazy part. It's like having a one-on-one encounter with death. You're literally conscious, but at the same time you're unconscious. I felt this energy pulling me away from my body, like I'm staring into blank space, but it doesn't feel so blank. I kept crying. Within short bursts, I'll let out a kind of cry. Now this cry carried a lot of pain, like regret, reflection, and everything. I'm like, in my mind that moment I was like, how can I die this way? I still have a partner that loves me. My mom, I don't know what my mom will do if anything happens to me. My sisters, I'm extremely close with especially my immediate sister, the one I senior directly. Now all these things made me ponder, and I'm like, no, I can't actually die. Now this went on for almost an hour. They called in some pastors. They were praying for me. This was in midnight. They were praying for me before my mom got here and everything. Now I've never fought for my life so hard. I had to literally grab some things. My body kept getting cold, and it was like I was seeing things, which I am not going to go into details here, but it's like you're seeing things and this energy is pulling you away. I'm trying to catch my breath. I can't even stand. You stand and it's like the whole world, reality is wrapping around you. Let's cut it short there, and let me tell you something. This went on, and after a while I started recovering. My mom said it was asthma attack and stuff like that. So I started recovering, and I thought about it, and I was like, I've always been thinking about, okay, I'm tired of life, and I want to end it, or I'm tired of everything that is going on. I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that. So what is that one thing? What actually made me want to not? What actually made me fight? Because I really fought for my life at that moment. It was like a serious, you could see it in me that I was actually fighting to stay. So what is that thing? Now you come to understand that sometimes we are not grateful enough for what we still have. We look at things we don't have. At that moment I thought about everything I still have and everything I can still have. And I'm like, and I checked some things. I was like, plenty things I've not experienced in life. I still have my mom. I still have my siblings. I can be happy. I have my partner. I have a future. I'm not going to die. I'm actually going to make sure things work out, and all these things just made me just see life in a different view. And now I praise God, I'm actually getting better. I'm okay right now, that even though things are not perfect right now. And I just want to encourage everybody out there that if you've ever been in a position where you feel things are not working out, or you've ever been in this deep sense of let me still use the word depression. I want you to know that there are things out there. There's hope. You can run to God. You talk to a loved one. Do things that make you happy. Step out of your home. I'm someone that doesn't go out, so it's not actually really good, especially if you're experiencing these things I've talked about. Step out of your room, your house, touch grass. Yeah, nature is very beautiful. Go to gardens, park, clear your mind, and no matter what, there are always people that loves you. Do things you enjoy, and I can relate to most people right now. Even though there are plenty of things I didn't talk about in this video, I might talk about later on. I can relate to most people, and I can tell you that if you're ever experiencing things that make you feel down, or you don't have anybody to talk to, you can always reach out to me. You can come on my comment section and we'll talk. Yeah, hopefully it makes you feel better. I still have bad days, and I still have moments where my life feels too much, but that experience changed something in me. And because when I actually thought I was going to die, I didn't want my life to end. I wanted more time, and maybe that's something I needed to understand all along, because I don't know what the future holds for me, but I'm here, and for now I am grateful that I am.